First off, I would like to commend Diane Rosette for this amazing piece. I wonder how 11-man crew was able to pull out this kind of storyline. Amazing movie. If you've got Tammy and Mary's kind of friendship, then you found true and genuine love. Hey loves, welcome back to this channel. My name is Janelle, just in case it's your first time hearing my voice, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I hope to see more of your support. Okay, let's get into this movie that had 4 chapters talking about an amazing friendship. Now, this movie focused on just 4 scenarios in this friendship, in this amazing friendship. I'm going to talk about things I do not like, right? I feel like just a little cinematic moves. This movie is Netflix standard. Love notes. The runtime of this movie is about 1 hour 49 minutes, approximately 50 minutes, like that. And I couldn't pause this movie for a moment because I wanted to know how it ended. Now, I don't even know where to start explaining from, but this friendship, what I didn't like about this friendship was they held secret from not from like they held secret with each other, they shared secrets. Literally everything that happened in their life they shared with each other. But Mary's held secret from her husband. Tammy also held some secret from her husband. I'm not saying tell your husband or tell your spouse everything you've been through, but there are some things you can't even just hide or keep from your spouse. Now, chapter 1 opened up with Tammy being sick, looking sick, receiving a text from her friend Maris, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What could be wrong with this woman? Let's see, right? And then she went downstairs to meet her daughter, and just like that, her friend Maris shows up, and they were like talking, wait, for a second I felt like Maris was still alive. It's not like I'm trying to do a spoiler, but I'm just going to take you through everything I went through in this movie. Now, Tammy was talking to her daughter, whom she had bore for her friend Maris. Now, let me give you guys what they gave me in this movie. I'm going to give you guys, just the way they gave me, right? Now, Tammy was talking to her daughter, who she bore for her friend Maris, and she was trying to talk to her about marriage. And then, after her daughter leaves for work, Maris comes downstairs to talk to her. Oh, remember how we did this when we were younger? We promised not to, trouble our daughters for marriage. And yeah, it's happening. And it was always, I didn't imagine that Maris was gone because she had almost met their daughter once, right? You guys are going to understand what I'm trying to explain. Now, Tammy had to remind Maris when Maris's mom was in town when they were younger, was in town and arranged 5 bachelors for her. She got back from work and saw 5 men. She was so pissed off that she told her mom, I am not going to get married. I am not going to bear children. I am not going to give you children. If you want children, you are going to adopt. Now, she had just come back from where she got arrested by the police because she didn't have her ID card with her. And Maris is a lawyer. Now, Maris and Tammy's friendship is just too amazing that it was just one time they got really pissed off at each other. Like I said before, it was just 4 scenarios from their lives, and Tammy would do anything for Maris. Maris would do anything for Tammy. Now, in chapter 1, Tammy was pregnant of her second child, and she couldn't tell her husband that she was pregnant because of their genotype, AS and AS. And they got lucky with her first son, Jason, and she had to tell Maris that she wanted to take out the child, that they might not be lucky. This was really bad because she didn't tell her husband. She told her friend. She had told her friend, and they took out this baby. And guess what? Maris stayed with Tammy in the house like that period, so she wouldn't, because she wasn't ready to talk to her husband. And I don't think she wanted to even talk to her husband about it until he found out. Now, Tammy and Maris were having a conversation one day about marriage, and then Tammy was like, what about that guy that was arrested alongside you? And then they put a call through to him, and Maris and this guy started friendship, and then they got to dating, and this guy met with Tammy and Tammy's husband. Let's talk about Tammy's husband, the most patient man. I'm going to tell you guys all that happened in this chapter 2. It was a test of a man's ego. Like, Tammy so tested this man's ego to the point that he never even showed how angry a man should get. And here, during that meeting, the two couples meeting, Tammy's husband had overheard Tammy and Maris talking about Maris not being able to have children. And Maris was not going to talk to this man who wanted to get married to her. In fact, she wasn't even going to mention that at all. Not until this man found out. I really want to know how Maris' husband got to find out that his wife could not have children. It could be from Tammy's husband, but they didn't show that. They didn't let us know that, right? Let's get into the girls again. So the thing is, I don't know the doctor that Maris and her husband had met, but Maris' husband believed there was nothing wrong with Maris, and Maris hadn't told him that. In fact, she didn't tell him that she couldn't bear children. They didn't let us know why she couldn't bear children. But her mom had come to town and was asking her, saying, I'm going to be more happy if you have children around, And this girl had to talk to her husband, for them to get a surrogate. Right? And she was really feeling bad that her friend Tammy said she was going to be first off, they got a surrogate. Why she felt really sad was because the first surrogate they got ran away with their 5 million naira. And she was feeling so sad that her friend couldn't see her, she couldn't watch her go through that pain. And Tammy was like, I am going to carry your baby, without asking her husband, without even getting consent from her husband. She decided to help her friend. My goodness, her husband was really, really pissed off. Now, first, you took out your own baby without letting your husband know. I don't know how the husband got to know. It was when she got home and, she was telling her husband, like, it wasn't a serious thing, like, oh, I'm carrying their baby for them. And it was like, are you even thinking? Now, the husband had heard, I don't know from who, that Tammy wasn't going to carry their second child, and she took that child out. But this man never for one day shouted or reacted badly. It was this day that he told her, oh, so you can carry another person's baby and you took out our second child? He was really, really sad. And this girl was giving her husband attitude like she wasn't wrong, And last, he had to consent, right? Let's move to chapter 3. Let me even use this time to say Tammy is a very, very, very lucky woman. Now, remember from chapter 2, Tammy's husband later gave consent, to her having this baby, because it was looking like he was the bad guy. And even Mary's husband had to come talk to him, And before this baby, Mary's was trying to put, set Tammy back to, work, because after having a baby, like 5 years, she wasn't working and she wanted to put her brain to work. Now, Mary's had introduced Tammy to her client, who Tammy pitched her idea to, right? And then they went off. She had to, do a presentation, and then she got it. The way this man was looking at Tammy, I knew he wanted something, but I wonder how Tammy did not know. Now, Tammy had told this man that she had a son, and this man did not even care. Sending flowers and chocolate to your matrimonial home. This man sent these stuffs, and Tammy didn't see anything wrong with it. Now, Tammy, Mary's, and this guy was supposed to have like dinner together, and that Wednesday was couples night for Mary's and her husband, and Mary's couldn't show up. Tammy was out with this man that her husband had warned her about. Now, this man took her to the car. They didn't even eat much. Took her to the car to tell you that he planned out everything. Took her to the car, they smoked some weed and drank, and she was carrying this girl's baby. At that time, I don't think she knew she was pregnant yet. Mary's was having couples nights. Tammy was there with another man. It was so bad. Now, she got home really late after messing up herself and her husband. This very patient man calls Mary's. Oh, Mary's, is your friend with you? And Mary's lied. You know how these things happen. And it was like, give me your phone. He was so angry. Give me your phone. Her phone was down. He gave her a power bank, and then a call comes in, put it on speaker, he said. It was just bad, because it was Mary's calling Tammy to say, oh babe, how far, what's up, and this man left the house knowing that she had cheated on him. And Mary's came for Tammy, and Tammy, that was like their biggest fight ever. That didn't take so long, because before you knew it, they were back. It was when they got back that Tammy had told Maris that, oh, she's pregnant. Right? Now, Tammy's husband who left came back in chapter 4. My goodness, he said he had promised in church that it's for better, for worse, forgiveness. My goodness. Ooh, real love. Love is sweet, but we shouldn't hurt people we're in love with. Now, this man comes back, and then Tammy was trying to reach this guy that had his way with her. It's not like he had his way with her, but it was consensual, but he wasn't taking a call for a long time. And then he called her one morning, oh, you need to get yourself checked. And then I'm like, oh my God. She went to the hospital with her husband, and guess what? She was positive. She tested positive, HIV positive. And through all of this, I know some friends are going to jackpot. They're going to run away, and she was pregnant, carrying Maris's baby in her, right? Maris was there, and guess what? Maris's husband started complaining, we have to evacuate that baby because it's going to be really bad if something happens to that child, or maybe Tammy, right? But Maris was just saying no, and this man had to take a job in the UK and he had to leave, but Maris had to stay with her friend, like through thick and thin. Tammy was able to have this child, and it was amazing that it was this child that was now taking care of Tammy. I want to know how Tammy with HIV is the one alive with dementia. She had dementia. In fact, all of this meeting up with her friend Maris was in her head, and her daughter was always sending messages to her early in the morning so she wouldn't miss her friend Maris. In fact, it was until when she came out and was shouting Maris, I realized that, oh my goodness, Maris had died a long time ago, and Tammy had dementia. Imagine they didn't have this girl child. What would have happened? Maybe Jason, her son, wouldn't have been able to go out of the country to study. But these women did so well with these children without men in their lives. I really would like to know what happened. Okay, now I remember they were wearing black. I think Tammy's husband had died, but Maris's husband did not come back from the UK for her. So they lived really in love with each other till their old age, until Maris died, leaving Tammy, who had HIV/AIDS and now dementia. This is a Netflix standard, guys. Nothing you fit tell me. It's a 9 over 10. 9 complete. Should I say 10 over 10? I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't give any movie 10 over 10. It's a 9 over 10, and it's an amazing watch. Go to Diane Russell's TV and watch this movie. It's a good one, guys. Okay, thank you so much for watching this review. I didn't wish for it to be this long, but yeah, it has happened. Okay, hope to see you on my next video. Bye for now.